Welcome to Extraterrestrial Reality. Over the past several days, there's been a little video that has been enjoying a social media vogue, so to speak. A lot of people have been posting it on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Reddit, all over the place. A lot of people have been talking about this video, and they're acting as though it's recent, but that's not the case. The video was actually from over 2 years ago in 2022, May of 2022 to be exact. It was posted on a YouTube channel called JeffX1414. Now, this person who posts videos on this channel doesn't post a lot of things. This video was posted 2 years ago, and there was only another video that was posted a year ago, and there's really been nothing since. Usually all the stuff that this person posts is family-related kind of things, and apparently, except for this one instance where he captured what it seems to be an invisible forces moving a tree in his backyard. That's the only way to explain it. The name of the video is called God or Sasquatch. Watch till the end. And like I stated, this has been enjoying a recent social media vogue because a lot of people are posting this like it's as if it's recent, but it's not. There was some people on YouTube have pointed out that this is actually from a couple of years ago, and they pointed out that here's the original video right here on this channel. But there's a lot of questions after watching this. There's some strange aspects to it, and I don't know what to say about it. But I'll just play the video. It's 3.5 minutes long, and I'm just going to play the video, and then we'll talk about it. Well, check this out.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me. I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here, and the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me, and I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw. Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name is going on? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear. And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him. I think I'm gonna bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down just because they're mad. My God, look at the tree he just freaking broke in half.
So the guy seems in this video, Jeff, I'm assuming that's the person who filmed it, the name of the person who runs the YouTube channel. It seems absolutely mystified by what's happening, doesn't understand what's going on, and I could understand why, because that entire, it wasn't one, just doesn't seem like it was just one tree shaking. It looks like there was a couple of trees shaking, and it's not it couldn't have been because of there's trees that get old and fall down sometimes. That's not the case here. This whole thing was moving as though something was moving it. But there was one section of the video, and I slowed it down, and I want to talk about that right now. And this is where there's something there, and I can't explain this. I just can't explain. I'm going to play this little section in slow motion. You'll see. Look up in this area up here. Right up here. You'll see some movement. Look at right there. Like something moving back. Like, I don't know if that's a branch or what. I can't figure out what I'm looking at here. Let me go back again. To me, right, is it possible that this is some sort of a creature, like similar to the Vegas incident, where there are cloaking technology? There's cloaking technology at play here, because there's no other real explanation here, folks. There really isn't. Check this out again. Here it is, up in this area here. You'll see. Look at right there. What's that moving? And it down here too. Like, I can't explain that. I don't know what to say about that. Here, let me back it up again, and you can check it out again. I'll pause it right here. Like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, it looks like this could be a branch, but it looks like if it's a branch that's bent down, it's bent down very far, and then all of a sudden just pops back up into place, like something's behind it. And this is very high up in these trees, in these branches, for something to be up there, and something that to shake it that badly. But I can't explain what's going on here or what I'm looking at. Look at it, see? It almost looks like it's invisible. Oh, whatever it is. Like something is moving this via invisible means. Is there something invisible in the trees and you can't see it, and it's stepping on branches, and that's what's popping up? Or is that something else here? I can't figure this out, folks. I've been looking at it for the last couple of days, and I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know if this was some sort of a hoax. I don't think it is. What is it? Why? What kind of a hoax is it? I mean, were there cables here or wires connected to the tree that we can't see that somebody was pulling on? I'm not sure if I believe that. Something was causing this tree to shake like this. I mean, parts of it fall down, as you see in that video. But in this one section where he shines the flashlight up high in the trees, it looks like in this area here, like there's something moving. I'll go back and forth here again so we could check it out here. Like, I can't tell what it is. But it's very strange. I have no explanation for it. Looks like something could be stepping on something, or is it something invisible that we're looking at? I don't know. I don't know what the explanation is for this. I just don't know. But I thought it was very interesting and definitely something worthy of sharing. I'm just going to check this out one more time. Like right here. There it goes. Like like this is the part here. You see this whatever this is moving. There's movement here, and then it just like what was causing that? If it is a branch, what was causing that branch to be pulled down that far and then to snap it back into place like that? Like, is it something stepping around on these branches that caused that, or are we seeing something invisible here? Because I think that's a possibility. Just want to go through this again because I've looked at this I don't know how many times now. Like, you see something in this area moving too. It's almost like similar to what Jan Maccabee described, that what she saw back in 2010 in Ohio. Jan Maccabee, the wife of the late Bruce Maccabee, while she was out bow hunting, she said she saw something sitting in the tree, and it looked like it was covered in saran wrap, and you couldn't see it properly. It was like a cloaked predator type of creature moving from one tree to another. Is that what we might be seeing here? Because I mean, here, like in this area here, you look in this area right here, and in this area up here, like something's happening here. Let me rewind it one more time. And I can't explain it. I just can't explain it. Look at that. Snaps back up into place. What is that? What's going on here? Very strange. Very, very strange, and I have no explanation for it. This looks like a job for Scott Roeder, crime scene reconstruction expert. However, I'm not even sure if he's going to be able to make a determination on this. I don't think there's enough information in this video. However, I think it would be prudent to try to get a hold of this person, Jeff, and see what more he could provide for us. What more information could he provide for us with regards to this? Now, if you look at his website on his YouTube channel, he writes with this. He says, "This happened to me when I was headed to fish at an apartment lake around 11 p.m. Approximately 30 seconds after I quit videoing, the entire tree popped so loud and then fell, and he got out of there." That's what he says. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about it, except it's extremely strange. Now, some other channels that have been looking at this pointed out that it looks like there could be an entity on the ground. You could see what looks like might be eyes. Now, I looked at that, and I'm not sure you could say that because it's so far away. It's very fleeting, and I don't know. Anyway, here's what they're talking about here. Here's what they're saying. This is what they're saying when they say they see eyes, like something could have been standing down below the tree, like maybe an alien entity, but I don't know. There's not enough information there to say one way or the other what that is. It could be reflectors on something. I mean, we just don't know. I can't really say for sure. But again, the strangest part of the whole video, and I've went through this entire video a number of times, was this section about I guess it's about a minute into, a little over a minute into it, about a minute and 5 or 6 seconds into it, where you see this happening, where it looks like there's something right here and right here. And how is this happening? What was causing this to happen? It's just incredible to me, the entire thing. I don't know what to say about it, folks. It's very strange, and I don't have an answer for it. But based on what happened in the Las Vegas incident, we know that there's alien creatures do use cloaking, some kind of cloaking technology or abilities or whatever they have. Is that what was happening here? And we're seeing unfold on the screen right before our eyes, some sort of a creature moving through the trees, and we just can't see it because it's cloaked so well. I mean, I don't know. It could be. This person who filmed it, Jeff, has no explanation for it. He said he never saw anything like it in his life when you listen to that video, and I don't know what to say about it myself, other than I've never seen anything like this in my life either. I can't explain it. I don't know what's happening here or how it happened, unless it's some sort of a hoax. But I based on what I see from this guy's channel, it's not someone who's posting stuff on here regularly. Every few years, it seems, he posts something. It looks like he's just someone who's posting stuff to show his family members and friends. But this here, what he posted, this was a strange incident that he says he was part of and experienced himself, and he couldn't see what was in the tree. He was saying it sounded to him like it was gorillas fighting in the tree branches, but when you watch that video closely, you don't see anything. You can't see any sort of creatures whatsoever. You see a lot of movement, but what's causing the movement? I don't know. But this part right here, this section of the video, I can't, like right here, like there's, I don't know if that's a branch snapping back or if it's something else that's moving, that's invisible. I don't know. I don't know what we're seeing here. It looks like there could be something here, like an invisible kind of, let's play that whole thing out again. It could be a predator type of a creature. And, you can't say it sounds ridiculous, and are we going to start saying that life is imitating art, because that's what really is happening here? If this is the case, I mean, in this case here, and if you look at other cases like the Vegas case or the Jan Maccabee case, whatever case you want to talk about, it seems like there are creatures here on this planet that have the ability to make themselves invisible, and I think we might be seeing that here. Although I'm at a loss to understand how something very large could be, in these tree branches. They don't seem like they're that thick toward the very top of this tree. And this is a very, very, when you look at that whole video, this is a very tall tree. This is near the very top of it. How does this happen? How is it possible for something to be up there? But obviously something was there in the tree, at different parts of the tree, and it was something was causing it to shake. Right, and that person who filmed it had no explanation for it. Is it possible? Yes, I think it is. It could have been a cloaked entity of some sort. What kind of entity? I don't know. But this part of the video right here is very mystifying to me, and I have no explanation for it. I've looked at it over and over and over again, and I cannot. I don't know what's happening here. I just see a lot of movement, but I don't see any sort of creature of any sort. Not even a raccoon or a coyote. I mean, there's nothing, invisible, whatever it is. But whatever it was strong, because I don't think anything weak could cause that tree to shake like it did and knock all those branches down and whole sections of the tree. I mean, that's what happens in the video. So I don't know what to say about this one. It's just very strange, and I think maybe more investigation is necessary. But I'm not sure if we're ever going to figure this one out, because I don't think there's enough information in the video. I've been looking at it closely in a lot of different sections of it with magnifying glass. I can't see anything in there. No, I mean, unless it's some sort of an elaborate hoax where there was somebody with wires or cables pulling on it, but even that, I mean, it would have taken a lot of power to cause entire sections of that tree to come falling down like that. And then right toward the very end of the video, as you saw, the whole thing is shaking. Anyway, I'm going to leave a link to this YouTube channel so you can check it out for yourself and see. I don't know. Unfortunately, the comments are turned off for most of this person's videos. So I don't know how to reach out to this person. I would love to talk to him and find out more about this incident. Well, maybe there is an answer. I think he would have provided an answer on his channel had he discovered one, though. But I don't think he did. I don't think he found an answer for it. I don't know if there is an answer for this. But I don't know what I'm seeing there. I don't know how that's possible. Something was either in the tree walking around at this point, or or something is invisible causing those branches to bend that way and then snap back into place. I mean, right here again, look at this area here. You'll see this branch snap straight up, or whatever it is. I'm not sure if it is a branch. I don't know what it is. It just looks like there's movement but you can't see any sort of creature, any sort of animal, nothing, invisible, and just moving tree branches, moving violently at times. But I found that very interesting, and maybe it is related. Maybe that it's interesting that this shows up now. Somebody, I don't know why all of a sudden it's becoming popular now after all this time. I mean, this person's YouTube channel only has a couple hundred followers on it, and this video itself probably has the most views, 35,000 at this point, but that could be because of the past couple days. Maybe people were finding it and checking it out. But I don't know. I don't know what the answer is with this one, but I guess more investigation is needed. But I thought I would point it out because I thought it was very interesting nonetheless. Okay, moving on, I wanted to talk about, it's not over yet with all of the drone and orb sightings that's still going on worldwide, all over the place. I mean, you could check, if you go to Reddit or Twitter X or any place on the internet, YouTube, so many different channels are showing so many different videos. Okay, for instance, here's a video. This was posted on Twitter X from Concerned Citizen, and he writes, "What in the world is going on? The thousands of UAP/orb clips are getting a bit, are all getting a bit boring now. So am only sharing exceptionally weird ones, which this one is wild." Yeah, this is a very wild video. I don't know where this was filmed, but there's weird objects in the sky, as you can see right here and right there. I don't know what it is. Let's look at it. It says it's and the writing underneath. Somebody wrote, "The drones are acting weird. They look like some kind of fish now." Yeah, they do look very weird. I don't know what to say about this one. I have no idea what we're looking at there, folks.
What in the world is going on?
And as you can see, the person who recorded it has no idea what's going on either. I'll play that one more time. What is that?
What in the world is going on?
I mean, that doesn't look like your traditional drone whatsoever, I must say. Okay, and let's check out some more weird videos. Here's one from that was posted by Just at Kobe for 3. The source is Matris Music. Location, Danson Park, London, UK. This just happened on just recently, apparently. Blue UFO UAP orb seen leaving the area over the ridge. The witness said the orb came into the area at great speed and stopped over the ridge, which is when he started recording. We can see the orb. Let's see what he writes here. We can see the orb hover with no visible means of propulsion and exit the area. So let's check out this full video here. Let's rewind it.
Oh my gosh. Yo. Oh my. Oh my gosh. Yo.
So apparently that blue object came flying in there, stopped in just in midair like that, and then just went down. So people are saying, so orbs are still a thing right now too. People seem to forget about that. I know a lot of the debunkers want to keep the focus on the drones, but again, we have to wonder why are the drones up there in the first place. And speaking of drones, I saw a picture of a very large one today. And this is another one from Just at Kobe for 3. And this was in New Jersey. Location, Bergen County, New Jersey. A UFO UAP drone flying low and extremely slow over residential area. And he writes, they lie to the public and trying to make us believe these are hobbyist drones. Look at the size of this thing. It's not a plane as it's flying too low to even fly at all. This is either Black Project technology or it's NHI technology, but it definitely leans more toward human-made technology. Well, I don't know what it is, but what's your guess here? I don't know. This thing is very large, as you'll see. Look at the size of this drone here. Look at that. That is extremely large. It's the size of an SUV floating up there. And it's not no plane. Look at it. It's square with lots of lights on it flashing around. What is it? Why is it there? Who knows? Is it because of all the orbs that people are seeing? Could be. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, is it a deterrent? Are we in a war with aliens and these drones are necessary as some sort of a deterrent force? Or is it as a subterfuge to send up a bunch of drones and say, yeah, you're just seeing drones, even though there's a bunch of orbs up there too. Mix it all up, and then everyone starts feeling stupid when they talk about UFOs again. Let's reignite the stigma all over again. Maybe that's what it's all about. Okay. Also, I want to talk about today. I just want to point out the sad passing of the former President Jimmy Carter on Sunday, 100 years old. And what a person he was. What a great humanitarian he really was. And also he was a president who said he was going to reveal to the world all the UFO information, all the information, all this stuff that the United States had about UFOs when he got into office. But then he was elected, and when he assumed office, that never really happened. And nobody knows why. He went on to say that he didn't really believe in aliens in life and stuff like that. But how do we know he was being truthful about that? We do all know about the story, which I did talk about once before, that he cried when he was briefed about the UFO situation when he was president, not long after he became president. And we really don't know if that's a true story or not. It's anecdotal. But there have been talks about this. I think it's probably true. He wanted to release UFO files and he never was able to do it for whatever reason, whatever he was told. Apparently, the head of the CIA at that time, George H.W. Bush, met with him. Other people met with him apparently as well. And whatever happened, whatever he was told, he never was able to deliver on that promise. But he did file a UFO report in 1973, and that was for something that happened when he was that he saw along with a bunch of other people in Georgia back in 1969. One night he saw some weird object, multicolored lights on it. He didn't know where it was from, and it was just a UFO. There was no he didn't believe it was aliens, but he couldn't account for it. Nobody could, and he did file a report on that at the time. And it's sad that he's gone, but I was always hoping that maybe he would offer more about what he knew before he passed away, but that's obviously not going to happen. And we don't know what he was told or whether even if that story was true about his briefing on UFOs. He did make statements to the effect that he can't talk about certain things because it would affect national security. That was about as far as it went with him. But it is a sad moment in time that Jimmy Carter has passed. He was a great humanitarian. I mean, he was still helping build houses for people in his old age, in his late 90s. It's incredible the things that this guy did, and unfortunately, he never was able to deliver with his promise to release all the UFO files while he was in office from 1977 through 1981. But maybe we'll get it with the next president. Who knows? Maybe Donald Trump will tell us all that we need to know. Maybe he'll be the president that finally ends this cover-up. Who knows? Or who knows? Maybe we'll be waiting another 50 years. Who knows? I have no idea the way things. I honestly I don't think that the government's ever going to tell us the truth, willingly. I don't know. Maybe a president has that power to do it. I don't know. I mean, Trump was in office before for 4 years. I don't know. We didn't get anything then. Are we going to get something now? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? They never want to talk about it. Who knows? The cat got their tongues somehow. I think all presidents are told something, a little bit of information, but whatever that information is, they just cannot share that information with the public for whatever reason. I think they're all told something. I don't think they're told everything. They're told something about it. You would have to believe that if you're the president of the United States, you need to know something about this, right? You need to know something about it. And I think that's probably what happens, and they're just compelled not to say anything after they're told whatever they're told. That could be what the case is, too. As you can probably tell, I'm still ill after almost 2 weeks now. I think I'm almost better, hopefully. I thought I was getting better a few days ago, then I had a relapse. But I think I'm starting to get better again. Hopefully there's not another relapse. But I'm fighting through it. Hopefully things are going to be okay from this point on, I hope. We shall see. Anyway, one other thing I want to talk about before I end today's show. I want to go over some of the recent Spotify polls. And I want to start with, I think I covered this one already, but we'll catch up on it. This was for the episode Establishment Hacks Blame the Public Stupidity for UFO and Drone Sightings. I asked this question: why do so many members of the establishment media elect to ignore the hard evidence that proves there's an alien presence on Earth? There's 42 votes so far with 19 days left. And let's see. One person, or 2.4%, say access concerns. Basically, they enjoy the access they have with the Pentagon, so that's why the media decides to not burn any bridges and just go along with the Pentagon lying about this. Why not? I mean, it makes it so much easier if you're in the mainstream news. If you're a mainstream news outlet, you just go along with whatever the Pentagon says, and then you print it basically as if you're press relations, and then you move on, and then you have access to them as you continue. So I think that's what Stephen Greenstreet does with the New York Post, as I said before. 2 people, or 4.8%, say some are hybrids. Basically, some are alien hybrids. Maybe that's possible, too. If researchers like David M. Jacobs are correct, that means that there are alien hybrids among us, living among us right now, and we don't know who they are because they look just like us. And maybe some of these people in the mainstream news are alien hybrids, too. Okay, let's move on here. 5 people, or 11.9%, say laziness. Yes, it could be because they're just lazy. They're not interested in digging in and trying to do the research that's necessary to break the biggest story of all time. So that could be part of it, for sure. 6 people, or 14.3%, say stupidity. Yes, there are a lot of stupid people in the mainstream news when it comes to this especially when it comes to this subject. And they're always failing the intelligence tests when it comes to UFOs. Like, if you were to give them a test on this, they have no idea even what you're talking about, because they never took 10 minutes out of their lives to study the phenomenon whatsoever. So yeah, it could be just pure stupidity. 7 people, or 16.7%, say they're brainwashed. Yes, so a lot of people are brainwashed when it comes to this subject because of all the propaganda over the years, and there's a stigma that created the stigma, and they're brainwashed into thinking it's all absurd and silly. So yeah, that could be part of it too. 9 people, or 21.4%, say money. Yes, money talks, and so money could be a factor for sure. And then the majority of people, 28.6%, say other. Okay, I don't know what other is, but there could be other reasons too. Who knows why so many members of the establishment media elect to ignore the hard evidence? For instance, they won't look at the Vegas alien stuff. They won't. A lot of them won't, but because they don't want to rock the boat too much for whatever reason. Okay, for the episode, Alien Hybrids Living Among Us Pose Gargantuan Problems, I asked this question. Do you believe there are alien hybrids living among us right now? 58 votes so far. Wow, this one's close. Okay, 27 people, or 46.6%, say no, while 31 people, or 53.4%, say yes. That's a tough one. And I deliberately didn't have a maybe on there because it's either yes or no. I mean, do you believe there are alien hybrids living among us right now? I think that there are. I know that there are aliens here, and I would imagine that they have some sort of a hybrid living among us right now. Maybe that explains the Men in Black. I mean, there are just so many different possibilities here. Yes, I do think that there's probably some creatures among us that look just like human beings, but are not, and are actually alien, or at least half alien, and are basically serving as some sort of spy or something, right? In our society. Yes, I think it's possible. I think it's true. Yes, I think that there probably are I think there are alien hybrids living among us. I think Jacobs is right about that. Yes. Okay, for the episode Operation Cattle Mutilation. Who or what is responsible for cattle mutilations? 35 votes so far with 23 days left. Okay, let's see. 0 people say satanic cults. So there you go with your satanic cults. I know a lot of people out there want to say satanic cults, but guess what? People who participated in this poll so far say no. 0 people are saying satanic cults. 1 person, or 2.9%, says other. Another 1 person, or 2.9%, says wild animal predators. That's another common excuse along with these satanic cults. Another 1 person, or 2.9%, says destructive teenagers. Yeah, teenagers are going in there with laser surgery, performing laser surgery on cows in the middle of the night and draining their blood and using them for God knows what and leaving no evidence whatsoever. So 1 person believes that's what's responsible for the cattle mutilations, destructive teenagers. Okay, another 1 person, or 2.9%, say government agents. Government agents are responsible. The government's doing this. The federal government, by the way, that doesn't want anyone to believe that there's any sort of extraterrestrial. They tell us all the time there's absolutely no proof whatsoever of NHI extraterrestrials. There's nothing to be worried about. Nothing. They have nothing. But it's the same time, some people believe that government agents are responsible for the cattle mutilations in an effort to make people believe that there are aliens are here and that they are the ones doing it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to you. I don't know. Okay, 3 people, or 8.6%, say hoaxers. There are people pulling hoaxes out there somehow. I don't know what kind of hoax that would be. Butchering a cow like that and somehow stealing the blood and body parts, shaving the body parts off using laser technology, and cauterized wounds and all that kind of thing, and I don't know, removing the tongue and the gallbladder, and coring out the rectum for reasons unknown with lasers. I don't know, laser instruments. I can't imagine, but some people think that that's what it could be. Hoaxers. People have been pulling hoaxes since the late 1960s. They never got caught. None of these hoaxers or destructive teenagers or satanic cults, none of the government agents, none of those people ever got caught after all of these decades. But a vast majority of people who responded, 28 or 80%, say extraterrestrial/NHI. Yes, to me at this point it is a intelligence test. At this point, if you can't see it, the evidence is all out there. It's been laid out. You could check out the historical reports for this. If you still come up with other explanations, then you're failing the intelligence test. That's how I see it anyway. That's my opinion. And it's the same thing with the Vegas aliens. At this point, if you haven't spent the time studying that case, right, and looking at all of the evidence, and realizing that something definitely happened there, and that this proves that there's beings here that are non-human, and they have obviously technology that exceeds anything that we have. If you're looking at that and you still can't see it after all the stuff. I mean, I'm not talking about people that look at it for 5 minutes, because that happens. You know, there's some people that come to my channel, they'll look at one video for 5 minutes and say, I don't see anything, right? Okay, I get it. That person has not put in the time. You got to put in the time, right? And you'll walk away after you put in the time. You'll walk away knowing that it's absolutely real, right? A lot of people who follow my channel regularly know this at this point. But again, an intelligence test. At this point, it's an intelligence test, and if somehow you absorbed all of the information with regard to the Las Vegas alien incident, right? If you absorbed that, studied all of the different elements to that story, not just the video itself, but all the different elements, and you still walk away unconvinced, well, you're failing the intelligence test then. There's some sort of mental block that you have. I'm sorry to tell you. That's just the way it is, unfortunately for you. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for joining me. Until next time.